Have you ever brushed off your cold hands or that tingling in your fingers, thinking, well, I'm just getting older? What if I told you those little signs could be silent alarms, warning that your brain isn't getting the blood it desperately needs every single year? Thousands of men and women over 60 face sudden strokes or memory loss, not because of something they felt coming, but because clogged arteries crept up quietly, without a sound. And here's the truth no one likes to admit by the time most people notice. The damage has already begun. I'm Dr. Edward Blake, and I need you to hear this. The real danger isn't what you see, it's what you don't. Hardened arteries don't make noise. Plaque doesn't knock on the door. It builds in silence, stealing away your clarity, your sharp thinking, and in the worst cases, your independence. But before you think it's all downhill, let me tell you the good news. Science is now crystal clear. What you put on your plate each day can open your blood vessels, keep oxygen flowing freely to your brain, and protect you from the decline that so many fear. No crash diets, no complicated routines, just 7 everyday foods and 1 special morning drink that can gently clean your arteries and keep your brain sharp for years to come. Some of them are probably sitting in your kitchen right now, waiting to be used as your body's best defense. And that journey starts with a powerful gift from the ocean that does more than just taste delicious. It protects the very highways of life running through you. The ocean has always been seen as a source of life, but for your brain, one of its greatest treasures is salmon. Imagine this: a man in his late 60s, sharp as a tack his whole life, suddenly struggling to remember his daughter's phone number. His doctor doesn't just find memory decline, he finds stiff arteries starving his brain of oxygen. The surprising prescription wasn't a pill, it was salmon twice a week. Within months, his blood pressure improved, his circulation opened, and his mind felt clearer than it had in years. That isn't magic, it's science. Salmon is packed with omega-3 fatty acids, those healthy fats your arteries crave. According to the American Heart Association, omega-3s can slash triglycerides, calm dangerous inflammation inside blood vessels, and stop blood platelets from clumping into clots that could trigger a stroke. Think of your brain like a high-performance engine. Omega-3s are the premium oil that keeps every gear running smooth. Without them, things stiffen, slow down, and eventually break. With them, your arteries stay flexible, your blood flows free, and your memory stays sharper for longer. Now here's the kicker: not all fish are equal. Salmon, especially wild caught from places like Alaska, delivers the highest omega-3 punch with the lowest mercury risk, unlike larger fish that can quietly harm more than they help. And the best part, it's simple. Bake it, grill it, steam it, skip the deep fryers and heavy sauces that undo the benefits. The sweet spot is 2 to 3 servings a week, each about the size of your palm, paired with greens or a squeeze of lemon for a brain-boosting meal your arteries will thank you for. But just knowing salmon is powerful isn't enough, because arteries don't only need healthy fats, they need something else entirely to fight stiffness and open up blood flow. And that secret is hidden inside a jewel-red fruit that works in a way no fish ever could. If salmon is the ocean's gift to your arteries, then pomegranate is the jewel of the earth. Imagine breaking open that crimson fruit and watching hundreds of ruby seeds spill out tiny, glistening sparks of life. For centuries, cultures from the Middle East to the Mediterranean called it the fruit of immortality. And today, science is proving they weren't far off. Take one study from the atherosclerosis journal: patients who drank pure pomegranate juice every single day for a year reduced the thickness of their carotid artery walls by up to 30%. That's not a small shift. That's the kind of change that could mean the difference between clear thinking and cognitive decline, between freedom and a stroke. The secret: nitric oxide. Those ruby red seeds are loaded with polyphenols and anthocyanins that supercharge your body's nitric oxide production. And nitric oxide is the master key to circulation. It relaxes and widens arteries, allowing blood to flow like a garden hose suddenly unclogged. Combine that with antioxidants powerful enough to fight oxidative stress, the silent rust inside your blood vessels, and you have a natural defense against the very plaque that steals memory and shortens life. The best part, you don't need a lab or a supplement bottle. Sprinkle the seeds over a salad, toss them into yogurt, or drink pure pomegranate juice. Just make sure it's 100% juice. No sugar added. If peeling feels like a chore, try the water bowl trick. Split the fruit, submerge it, and let the seeds sink while the bitter pith floats away. In seconds, you'll have a bowl of nature's medicine, ready to protect your brain. But just knowing how to boost nitric oxide isn't enough, because arteries need even more than fruit. They need a constant stream of green power that works quietly, every single day. And that's where an unassuming leafy green, often overlooked in the grocery aisle, reveals its hidden ability to open blood flow like few foods can. When most people think of leafy greens, they picture spinach or kale, but the quiet hero that rarely makes the headlines is arugula. Picture this: a woman in her 70s, tired of feeling lightheaded every time she stood up, switched her daily iceberg lettuce salad for a handful of peppery arugula. Within weeks, her blood pressure readings shifted, her energy steadied, and she swore her mind felt sharper after meals. That wasn't coincidence. It was chemistry at work. Arugula is naturally packed with dietary nitrates, compounds your body transforms into nitric oxide, the molecule we just saw with pomegranate. This isn't just theory. Researchers at the University of Exeter found that nitrate-rich vegetables like arugula can lower blood pressure within hours of a single meal. Imagine the relief of your arteries relaxing, widening, and sending oxygen-rich blood up to your brain at full strength. And arugula doesn't stop there. It's loaded with vitamin K, the nutrient that tells calcium where to go. Instead of building up as dangerous hard deposits inside your arteries, vitamin K helps send calcium back to its rightful place, your bones. Pair that with folate, which reduces homocysteine, an amino acid tied to artery damage, and you've got a triple defense system in a single handful of greens. The best part, it's effortless. Toss it fresh into salads for a peppery bite, drizzle it with olive oil and lemon, or give it a quick sauté with garlic for a warm dish that doesn't kill the nutrients. Buy it fresh, use it fast, and let it work quietly in the background to keep your circulation flowing and your mind awake. But only focusing on greens won't save you completely, because the arteries also face another constant enemy: bad cholesterol. And the surprising solution doesn't come from leafy greens at all. It comes from something rich, creamy, and unexpectedly powerful at protecting your brain. Avocado isn't just a trendy brunch topping, it's a secret weapon for your arteries. Picture a man in his early 60s who loved his cheeseburgers but dreaded his cholesterol numbers. When his doctor told him to swap mayonnaise and butter for half an avocado each day, he thought it was too simple to matter. But within 3 months, his LDL, the bad cholesterol that clogs arteries, dropped. His HDL, the good cholesterol that clears them, rose, and his energy returned in a way he hadn't felt in years. Here's why. Avocados are loaded with monounsaturated fats, the kind your body uses to flush out harmful cholesterol while protecting the arteries from plaque. Research in the Journal of the American Heart Association confirms that these fats don't just lower LDL. They actively improve the balance between bad and good cholesterol, giving your blood the smooth flow it needs to reach the brain. But it doesn't stop there. Each avocado delivers a heavy dose of potassium, the mineral that works like a natural pressure valve against sodium. Too much salt tightens and stiffens your arteries. Potassium relaxes them and restores balance. Add in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant, and you've got a creamy-eyed delicious defense against inflammation and oxidative stress, the very processes that age your blood vessels before their time. The best part, avocado fits into nearly any meal. Spread it on whole grain toast, cube it into a salad, blend it into a smoothie, or use it as a creamy swap for mayo in sandwiches. Just remember, moderation: half an avocado a day is plenty to reap the benefits without overdoing calories. But even with all its power, fat and potassium alone can't handle every enemy your arteries face. There's another silent threat: excess cholesterol and inflammation that fiber alone can sweep away. And the answer doesn't come in big packages. It comes in a seed so tiny, you could miss it at the bottom of your jar. Sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest power. Take chia seeds, tiny, almost weightless, but inside those specks lies a force your arteries and brain desperately need. Imagine a woman in her mid-70s who swapped her sugary breakfast cereal for a bowl of yogurt sprinkled with chia seeds. Within weeks, her cholesterol levels dipped, her digestion improved, and she noticed her hands and feet weren't as cold as before. A small change with a ripple effect she could feel. So what's happening? Chia seeds are loaded with plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. These are the cousins of the omega-3s in salmon, and while gentler, they still protect your arteries by reducing inflammation and supporting healthy blood flow. But that's only half the story. Chia is also rich in soluble fiber, a sponge-like substance that grabs onto excess cholesterol in your digestive tract and escorts it out before it can stick to artery walls. In fact, studies in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism show diets high in soluble fiber can significantly lower LDL cholesterol and triglycerides, both notorious players in artery-clogging plaque. And there's more. Chia seeds deliver vitamin E, another antioxidant warrior that shields your vessels from oxidative stress, slowing the very process that stiffens arteries with age. All of this in a spoonful you can stir into almost anything: oatmeal, smoothies, salads, or soaked overnight into a creamy pudding. It's effortless, versatile, and nearly tasteless, making it one of the easiest habits to build. Just remember, let them soak in liquid first so your body absorbs their nutrients more efficiently. But lowering cholesterol and fighting inflammation with seeds isn't the final chapter. Because while chia works quietly, your arteries also need something more direct: an ancient oil so rich in protective compounds it's been called liquid gold for centuries. And that oil doesn't just keep vessels smooth, it can literally dissolve plaque that's already there. For centuries, people in the Mediterranean have lived longer, sharper, and healthier lives, and one golden thread runs through almost every meal: extra virgin olive oil. Picture a grandmother in her 80s from southern Italy, still walking to the market every morning, her mind clear, her steps steady. Researchers asked her secret, and her answer wasn't a pill. It was the oil she drizzled over her food every single day. And science agrees. Extra virgin olive oil, known as liquid gold, is pressed without chemicals or heat, which means it holds on to powerful polyphenols, natural antioxidants that calm inflammation and shield your arteries from damage. One landmark study, the PRIDIMED trial from Spain, followed thousands of older adults at high cardiovascular risk. Those who ate a Mediterranean diet rich in olive oil had dramatically lower rates of stroke compared to those on low-fat diets. Think about that: an everyday kitchen staple cutting stroke risk simply by protecting the highways of blood feeding your brain. Here's why it works. The monounsaturated fats in olive oil act like a lubricant, keeping arteries flexible, while the polyphenols actively help dissolve plaque and stop new buildup from forming. The result: blood flows smoothly, delivering oxygen and nutrients your brain needs to stay sharp, your memory to stay intact, and your independence to last longer. And the best part, just a tablespoon or two a day is enough. Drizzle it over fresh salads, mix it into dips, or saute vegetables gently at low heat. Just avoid deep frying, which destroys its protective compounds. Always look for bottles labeled extra virgin, preferably in dark glass to protect it from light, and taste for that slight peppery kick. It's the sign of real antioxidants at work. But while olive oil may smooth your arteries like silk, sometimes they need more than calm. They need fire. And believe it or not, that fire comes from a spice so hot it wakes up your circulation in seconds. And that fiery kick doesn't just excite your tongue, it can keep clots away from your brain. Sometimes the best medicine doesn't come in a capsule. It comes with a kick. Cayenne pepper, famous for its fiery taste, is more than just a spice. It's a natural spark for your circulation. Picture a man in his mid-60s who always complained about cold feet, no matter the season. His wife began sprinkling a tiny pinch of cayenne into his morning tea. Within weeks, he noticed something different: warmth returning to his toes, energy in his step, and a newfound sharpness in his mornings. That's not folklore, that's science. The secret lies in capsaicin, the compound that gives cayenne its burn. Capsaicin works directly on the walls of your blood vessels, triggering the release of nitric oxide, the same molecule we saw with pomegranate and arugula. Nitric oxide relaxes and widens arteries, sending blood rushing to the brain with oxygen and nutrients it craves. Studies published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation reveal that capsaicin doesn't just boost circulation, it also reduces the risk of dangerous clots that can block blood flow in an instant. And the benefits don't end there. Cayenne's anti-inflammatory power soothes the irritation inside arteries, slowing the buildup of plaque. It even helps lower blood pressure by improving the elasticity of your vessels, giving your heart less strain with every beat. As a bonus, cayenne slightly raises metabolism, supporting healthy weight, another critical piece in keeping arteries clear. You don't need to drown your food in fire. Just a pinch over soups, roasted vegetables, scrambled eggs, or even in a citrus smoothie is enough to get the benefits without overwhelming your taste buds. If you're new to spice, start small, let your body adjust, and build from there. But as powerful as cayenne is, fire alone won't keep your arteries clean forever. To finish strong, your body needs a daily ritual, something simple, refreshing, and powerful enough to reset your circulation every morning before the day even begins. And that comes in the form of a warm, golden drink that combines 3 ancient ingredients into one unstoppable protector for your brain. Imagine starting your day not with coffee or sugar, but with a warm, golden drink that wakes up every cell in your body. One man in his early 70s, tired of waking up sluggish and foggy, began a new morning ritual, a simple cup of warm water with lemon, ginger, and turmeric. Within weeks, his hands no longer felt icy, his thinking was clearer, and even his doctor noticed his blood pressure had steadied. Sometimes the smallest rituals make the biggest difference. Here's why this works. Lemon is rich in vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that strengthens the walls of your arteries, reduces LDL oxidation, and supports collagen inside blood vessels, making them more resilient to the pressures of daily life. Ginger brings its own gift, gingerol, the compound that thins the blood naturally, reducing the risk of clots while calming inflammation in your vessel walls. With improved circulation, your brain gets the steady oxygen supply it needs to stay sharp and focused. And then comes turmeric, the golden root, delivering curcumin, one of the strongest natural anti-inflammatory compounds known. Research in the American Journal of Cardiology shows curcumin can help prevent arteries from narrowing after certain heart procedures. It also supports the breakdown of excess fats in the blood, reducing plaque buildup before it has the chance to steal years from your memory and independence. Add a pinch of black pepper to supercharge absorption, and you've got one of nature's most effective artery protectors. Making it couldn't be simpler. Squeeze half a lemon into a cup of warm water, stir in a teaspoon of grated ginger and half a teaspoon of turmeric, and finish with that tiny pinch of pepper. Drink it first thing in the morning, and over time, you may notice warmer hands and feet, more energy, and a mind that feels sharper and lighter. But this isn't just about one drink, it's about a daily commitment to protecting your future. Because when you give your arteries what they need every morning, you're giving your brain the chance to stay strong for years to come. And now, as we pull everything together, let's step back and see how these foods and this drink can transform your health into a gift for your future self. So remember this, protecting your arteries isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. Every small change you make, whether it's adding salmon twice a week, sprinkling chia on your breakfast, or starting the day with that golden morning drink, is a gift you're giving to your future self. Don't wait for a warning sign to take action. Your circulation, your brain, and your independence are worth protecting right now. If this video gave you even one idea you're ready to try, make sure to save it so you can come back later. And subscribe to this channel for more science-based, easy-to-follow health tips. We're building a community that cares about keeping arteries clear, blood flowing strong, and minds sharp well into the years ahead, and I'd love for you to be part of it. Stay hopeful, stay consistent, and take these daily steps to protect your arteries. Because when your circulation is strong, your life is stronger too. I'm Dr. Edward Blake, thanking you for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next video.